Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah amma ba'd fa bismillah assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Indeed, all praise and thanks are due to Allah, and peace and blessings be upon His Messenger. Proceeding to the video, we begin with Allah's name subhanahu wa ta'ala, so peace be upon you, welcome and greetings. We've concluded with the Maddul Asli type. Now we're going to move on to the second type of mud, Maddul Fari, which is now it's going to be broken off into quite a few different types of muds. And for the sake of consistency and shortness and briefness, we'll try to keep the categories as little, but we'll try to keep the content as great, bi'idhnillah. So now we're going to move on to something called Maddul Muttasil. Muttasil. So this is basically something that means, as you remember, mad is elongation. Muttasil means attached or connected or something of that sort. Anything where it's together. So it shows combinedness. So basically, we're just going to stick with connected mud, the connected elongation. And an example is this mud that we're covering and the one we're going to cover in the next video, bi'idhnillah, you're going to have to memorize their shapes in this mushaf. So if you look right here on this meme and this alif, you see a little squiggly line. And then if you look at the dad, and then you look at the alif and you look at the marking above the alif, then you see that you have this little boomerang kind of shape or some like sharp kind of curve, but on the one above the meme you have a squiggly line. So these two signs are symbols of mud, and the muttasil looks like this. So this is the one we're going to be covering. Unfortunately, I cannot type it here. If I try to type it, this is what the mud looks like right now. So this is the mud you see right now that is just typed. It is the munfasil one, the one that we'll cover in the next video, inshallah. So the muttasil, we'll go over the rules now. So the muttasil mud, the attached mud or the connected mud, this is one where you have a word, and inside the word a hamza comes after an alif. So basically, if you have basically, if you remember from the previous video, the Maddul Asli, and you have the alif, but right after that alif you have a hamza in the same word, then you're gonna prolong, and you're gonna have something called Maddul Muttasil, which is this symbol. So Maddul Muttasil is basically 4 to 5 haraka. So just pick 1, 4, or 5, and just keep at it consistently. Try to remember that, if you do 4 haraka for one Maddul Muttasil, try not to do 5 for the next one, and then 4, and then 5. Try to keep it as steady as you can. So the way this would sound is now this. Bismillah, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We're going to start from right here. This would sound like Alahum. So if you listen, you hear the tempo, so that's my haraka, and I'm gonna personally I do it for 5 haraka. So it's gonna sound like Alahum. So you hear 5 counts, and I hear lo, and I'm just gonna prolong that for 5 haraka, and then I'm gonna go on. So one more time, Allah Alahum, and then if you notice right here, walau, you have a sheen, fatha, alif, followed by hamza. This hamza is in the same word. Basically, when you see a hamza right after an alif in this mushaf, in the Indo-Pak script, then you're basically going to see that marking, the little, the sharp kind of curve, and that's going to be the muttasil symbol, so that's 4 to 5 haraka, and this would sound like walau sha Allahu. So you hear the sha for 5 of these beats, and then after we say that, we continue on and finish the word. So this is the Maddul Muttasil, and inshallah in the next video we'll be covering the Munfasil, which is the squiggly one. So until then, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.